Hey, Tej here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for SP 500 and Nasdaq. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott wave theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on SP 500 and 1 hour time frame. Today again we're focusing more on this current structure that we're having instead of the higher picture. On this one we have two different ideas. One is saying that we are bullish and very bullish, and the other one is saying that okay, we are really getting into the resistance areas and now we should be dumping down. So first again, S&P 500 and its bullish scenario in which we have this as a 1-2, currently making this wave 3 here. For the wave 3 we have already established a possible 1-2 pivot here. Again, the wave 2 did not get to the 38.2 retracement, which is a bit unusual. Generally they like to get at least to that area even in bullish scenarios, and then if not that bullish then 0.50 and the golden pocket. On Bitcoin we had this dump down into the golden pocket. In Nasdaq we had this dump into the 0.5. We'll get into that in just a moment. But at the moment I've labeled this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and possible 5 coming up. These targets 1-to-1 extension here of this 0 to 3 move, as we don't really see too large of a move here for the third wave compared to wave 1. So we could be looking at an extension here on the 5th, which definitely could be something that we are looking at here. At the moment I can't really get too good of a look into this wave structure here for Elliott wave or smaller time frame structures, so instead I could be calling this a wave 4 here just because it is very sideways. This wave 3 here is the highest peak on RSI, which would indicate that indeed we are in wave 4 of this higher time frame, and this again here would be consolidation here for the 3rd of 5th of the 1st. After that point, as we have consolidated here for a bit, we're most likely doing something like this and getting higher, and at that point again we could be looking into smaller time frames to see more divergences happening. On higher time frame, of course, we do have divergences happening here. Actually we don't. That's interesting. On 30 minutes we do. Okay. I guess the 1 hour is too large for this structure to show that divergence. So yeah, that would make sense. Again, divergence between this 3rd and 5th and 3rd and 5th here on both, and then we could be looking for pivots down to wave 2 and then again continuation, as this is the bullish case. On the Nasdaq, bullish case would look something like this, a bit different. As mentioned, the wave 2 here, 1, 2, 1, 2 here gets to the 0.5 here. Let's go to 30 minutes so we can actually see something. So the 0.5 here, and then we are having a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We don't have any extension here on the 3rd, we just get to the 1.618 here. Very deep wave 4 though, getting to the golden pocket basically of this move here. I mentioned this on the last video as well. If people are not looking at Elliott wave stuff, this order block here definitely could offer a resistance before shooting higher, and it did. And now we'll be again looking for that wave 5. One target is around 13.6k. Let's take a look at what we have here on Elliott wave stuff. We are currently at this order block and very top of it. If we need to zoom out a bit. After that point again, very higher time resistance up here all the way at 13.5k, but we do have this larger structure downwards before this pump, and we just went basically through it and back tested it here a couple times. So this whole area here from around 12.88k all the way to the 13.16k is an area of resistance for sure. After that point we have insufficiency here for another 1.5% if this is going to be reaching there. One target, higher target, is that 13.4k, and 1-to-1 is right in between, inside this order block of 4 hour at 13.064. So that is the target before looking for a pivot downwards. What else? Bear scenarios. In this one, we would be looking this as a potential A B, and then looking for C wave. I had to be modifying this bit as we can't have the same structure here and S&P 500 as we have different pivots down here, as we mentioned yesterday. Here we would have this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into third wave up here. We do have that divergence here on third wave, third of third and the fifth of third, giving us divergence, so that's fine. Then kind of deeper wave 4.5 do not overlap with wave 1 here, and then we would be looking for one last pump here for that wave 5. Overall targets on lower time frame, we have 13.68 around there. We don't have an extension here on the third, so we can expect that extension on for fifth again, which that target applies to. Here we definitely had a extension on the third, so we don't need to extend or look for extension here on fifth wave for this red micro, and that is lining up very well with the target here for the 1-to-1 extension. So that is exactly the same price we are looking at. Again, let's see, that would be right around the weekly naked point of control. Again, right in the basically the heart of this order block here. So that is something to keep in mind, of course. Higher time frame, ABC, we would get ourselves to this 1.236 area to 1.382 extension of that A wave for the C wave. So that would be working out very, very well. Also, if we are going to be taking out these highs, I would expect some kind of very fast wave 5, as there is going to be liquidity in here a lot. So yeah, this is only a consolidation area if indeed that is going to be holding, but major resistance is this line here basically. On S&P 500, let's take a look at the bear scenario. Similar setup basically, in which we have this as an A, B, and C. For the C wave, we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A bit different looking, as Nasdaq had its wave 1 starting here as a 1, 2, and then this would be 3, 4. Bit janky looking wave 3 here. Definitely not extended here at all. So at that point, we can expect an extension on the fifth here for this micro or red count. Again, expected value would be here for the third wave, so just barely larger than wave 1 here. Extension targets for that wave 5 of red or pink would be around $4,200, and also that lines up very well with the target we have for this lower degree wave structure submicro. We have one below it as well in 41.23, but again, correlation to higher time frame is at the 4,200 or 4.2k, sorry. Let's take a look at, again, same idea here. For our order block, we have the 1-to-1 extension here on the weekly naked point of control for this lower time frame. So that is definitely going to be some kind of resistance. Again, that would be basically at the midpoint of this order block from these setups here. If we're going to be bouncing through that, again, we have this insufficiency area here on S&P 500, but basically we have already gone to it and we did not get through it. So it is possible that we are going to be consolidating here. Again, most likely a lot of liquidity up here on top of these wicks. So if we are going to go there, then we are most likely bouncing a bit higher very fast. We also had another structure here on S&P 500 that I covered as a complex structure. This is luckily now invalidated itself, as the B wave here is 1.618 already retraced off that wave A, so we don't need to be tracking this at all anymore, so we can just delete this. But that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover here on S&P 500. Locally, I would still look for one more high and look for divergence to happen. And yeah, that's it. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes and link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.